don't count my eggs before they hatch. No, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Yeah. Hi everybody, my name is Rosalie and welcome back to my channel, back to Chubby. This is obviously a different backdrop behind me. It is now 6 o'clock, which means that it is like pitch black outside here now. I'm recording this way because that's just how the light works out the best. Speaking of it being dark here, a lot of you have asked where here is and where I live, and this is just a perfect segue. I am actually part of the biggest Get Healthy YouTube collab right now with 10 other YouTubers who are all on their own weight loss journeys. The collaboration is made up of 11 videos going up one day after another for 11 days. The first one went up yesterday on December 1st on AmysLifeJourney, which is a channel I will link to down below. And that video actually deals with where the people in the collab are from and a little bit about who we are and what we do. So if you are interested in knowing where I live or what I do and a little bit more about me and several other YouTubers, then go ahead and check it out. I will link to it down below, as well as Stu Unwin weighing things up, which is the second video in the series, and that one should go up today, while I record this at least. This might go up on the 3rd. If this is going up on the 3rd, then I will also link to the next video down below, which is on Tara's weight loss journey vlog. So I hope you guys will check it out. It was a lot of fun to make, sort of interesting getting everything coordinated. So I also want to give a shout out to Sabine from Wonder Bean and thank her for starting the whole thing rolling and getting a lot of us to it was sort of like organizing a giant group project from 3 different continents. So thank you, Sabine. It's been 2 weeks since I weighed in also, so I guess I should recap just a little bit. Last time I weighed in, I was at 394.2 pounds, and then I did not weigh in over Thanksgiving weekend, and then kind of freaked out about it. And like watching the video back later, I was like, oh my gosh, calm down, self. You know, sometimes you have a little pity party for yourself and you move on. It's fine. I'm fine. I feel better. I even felt better before I weighed in, but I'm gonna go ahead and show that now.
Hello. It's ready. $389.4 pounds.
Okay, so I weighed in at 389.4, which is a 4.8 pound loss. That sounds kind of big, but remember that was spread over 2 weeks. So I'm still surprised it was that good, especially considering how stressed I was over not just Thanksgiving, but then also Black Friday, and then also the wedding and going out to eat the day after that, and you know, social stress and things like that. So I'm pretty surprised it's that low. I will sure as heck take it though. I'm pretty happy about it. My goal, actually, my short-term goal was to get to 391.5 pounds by December 12th, which was my 3-month YouTube anniversary, and 10% of my body weight. So this actually surpassed both of those. And I don't want to set myself up for disappointment or anything, so I almost didn't set a new goal, and I just wanted to make sure I stay under that weight by December 12th. But then I thought, no, I should challenge myself and expect more from myself and believe in myself, so I'm going to set a new goal. It's very realistic, I think. My new goal is to lose another 4.4 pounds by New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day. Let's go with New Year's Day. Again, doesn't sound very exciting. It's only about 1.1 pounds a week, which I think is very reasonable with Christmas and New Year's coming up. And I just sort of like the symmetry of ending out the year being 50 pounds lighter. The reason my last goal was 391.5 is because that was 10% of my body weight. So with that little bit extra that I lost this week under that, I am at about 10.5% of my body weight and 45.6 pounds down since I started. So just to recap, my long-term goal still obviously has not changed since I started this channel, 158 pounds. So my new short-term goal is 385 by New Year's, which is 50 pounds down from my starting weight. My immediate term goals are to lose 1.1 pound in the next week, minimum. To still drink enough water. I did way better this week than I did while I was out of town. And that brings up something I want to talk about in just a second. But my other immediate term goal is to do better about the blog this week. I feel like when I get a little bit lower, I'm going to start setting some other goals for myself. I've been thinking a little bit more about exercise. I still don't quite want to do it yet, and I still haven't talked about why I'm not doing it yet. That also leads me to a non-scale victory. I have not been exercising. I have my reasons that I will probably talk about next week. I think it's time to just talk about that. But as I mentioned in a previous video, we went out on this giant hours-long shopping trip to multiple places on Black Friday. I have a cane. I have several canes. I have a nifty one that folds up into my purse. It's not the point. That's kind of the point. I'm supposed to use a cane. I'm supposed to walk with it all the time. I don't like feeling singled out. And I still don't use it as often as I should. And I pretty much reserve it for when I'm in an extra amount of pain or when my knees are extra wobbly and I can't hold myself up very well. I promise I'm getting to my point. When we go out on the big shopping trip, I have a neat cane that folds up into my purse, and then I take it out and it just sort of flips out and stays in position. Maybe I should show it so people know what I'm talking about. Okay, so each year when we go on our big shopping trip, I used to take my cane and then just pretty much leave it in the car. And that was fine for the most part, but then if we'd be in a store and I needed it, then I didn't have it. So eventually I got one of these, which is fun. So it folds up and goes into my purse until I need it or unless I need it. Or like while I was in college, it would stay in my backpack. My point is, my non-scale victory is that usually when we go out, I need it after a few hours on that big shopping trip. And this year I made it till the last store. We always go to Walmart last because it's open 24 hours. And so I made it to Walmart and through part of it before I felt like I needed it. I got further and longer than I have in a long time without feeling like I need it. So that was pretty cool. Another non-scale victory that's actually still kind of embarrassing is that I had to go, my dad and my husband to go pick up some vehicles that had had some work done on them. And so I had to drive my dad's vehicle. And if you were super overweight, literally super morbidly obese is what I am, you might be familiar with the frustration and sort of like momentary terror that you aren't going to be able to fit into a car behind the steering wheel. It's very embarrassing and it's very frustrating. Okay, short story, not veering off like I did the other time, but this past summer, I went on a road trip to go see my cousin in Oregon, and I rented a car because mine wouldn't make it. And I paid extra for an SUV because I needed it big and I wanted it to hold a lot of luggage because I was going on like a 10-day trip out to Oregon, and that I wanted to be able to like give her and our friend rides around and stuff. And I'm getting off topic. My definition of an SUV and the car rental agency's definition of an SUV are apparently different. I'd already paid for it, I'd already committed. I had the keys and the vehicle outside the agency. Josh had dropped me off, and I almost couldn't fit in the damn car. And I'm laughing now, but at the time I was just mortified. Like squeezing myself in behind that steering wheel. It was just bad. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to fit. They didn't have any more vehicles because it was 4th of July weekend. So that was just bad and scary. I did fit eventually. I got a giant welt on my stomach from driving 3,000 miles with the steering wheel rubbing into my stomach. I don't mean just like touching it, I mean like pushing in to my stomach. I know it seems like I'm getting off topic, but my point is, when I took my dad and Josh to go get those vehicles, I got into my dad's car and I thought I wasn't gonna be able to fit, and I did. I, for a long time, barely fit in my own car, and once that happened, it made me realize that I'm having an easier time getting in my own car too. So cool. And I know that there are some people who would say that I shouldn't be proud for just like doing what a normal person could do because I shouldn't have gotten that high in the first place. Probably. I don't care. I feel good about it. Anyway, I did still have a little bit of frustration though this past week. I think someone asked in the comments, like, did anybody say anything about me losing 40 pounds? No. Nobody said anything. Even people who knew I'd lost 40 pounds. But for the most part, I think people just genuinely didn't notice. I'm to the size where I was probably about this size in their memory. Does that make sense? Like, they probably didn't remember me as big as I really was, or am even. So it was kind of frustrating and kind of a letdown, but whatever, it's fine. Anyway, I feel better this week. It's not just the weight loss, I just got it out of my system, had a little pity party. It's over. So, just gonna keep moving forward, trying to be positive when I'm not, and trying to keep my mindset changed. Okay, this editing is gonna be a nightmare. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. Josh keeps laughing at me in the other room because I keep getting off topic, so I shut up. So I think it's about time to wrap it up. Anyway, go check out the other videos in the biggest Get Healthy YouTube collab, which I will link to down below. Keep an eye out on my channel as well, because my video will be coming up on December 10th. I am the 10th one in the series, and I hope you guys go check it out. Thank you guys for all of your support when I was really down on myself last week. I needed that. I also needed the people who told me gently to suck it up. So thank you guys. I will see you on Tuesday-ish with the next installment of the Do It With Me Weight Loss series. And I feel like I'm forgetting something, but this is too long. So I'll see you then. Bye.